I am excited to be with Keressa Jenson today. She is a loan officer with Prime Lending. Keressa, how long have you been in the lending?
I have been in the industry for 2 years. I've been with a couple different companies, but I have been with Prime for the last 7-8 months. I like Prime because we're licensed in all 50 states, and we have loan and bond programs in all different states. So if you have a bond program or a grant program that's specific to the state you're wanting to buy in, we still have access to a lot of those.
Awesome. Why did you become a lender?
I became a lender because my husband is an agent here in Utah, and he started getting really frustrated with the turn times of the lenders that he was using. So he asked me to get my license. It's something that I've been thinking about for a number of years. I started out in finance in my professional career several years ago, so it just seemed like a good jump to get into the industry, help him out, and I really love it.
Keressa, what is a mortgage and how does it work?
So a mortgage is what you would use to buy a home. It's a loan that you take out from a bank or a lending company, and it helps you finance your home. These days, it's very difficult to pay cash for a home, so most people take out a mortgage when they look to buy a home.
What loan types are available?
So with Prime Lending, we have over 400 loan programs. We have everything from construction renovation to new home purchase. The most common loans in Utah are Utah Housing, which is your zero down program, an FHA loan, or a conventional loan through Fannie Mae or the Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. We also carry VA loans if you are a veteran.
How do I know what loan is best for me?
So your loan officer will pick your loan program that's most advantageous to you, but it's usually based off of credit.
What is the difference between being pre-qualified and pre-approved?
So pre-approved is just kind of a soft approval. That means I've talked to the client based on their situation and the information that they've given me verbally. I think they can probably qualify for this dollar amount. Pre-qualified means that I've already seen all their income documentation and it's already been through an automated underwriting system.
So is it better to be pre-qualified than pre-approved?
Most sellers will want somebody that's pre-qualified.
So the loan will go faster.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. When and how often do you pull my credit?
So generally we'll only pull your credit once, and that's to get you pre-qualified. We'll import all of your liabilities based on what's on your credit report. But once you get pre-qualified, until you close on your mortgage, your credit will be under active monitoring.
What is active monitoring?
Active monitoring is where they basically take your credit and they just follow it for those month or 2 months, depending on how long it takes you to find your house. And they'll make sure that you don't open any new loans, any new credit cards, that you aren't charging things that are going to affect your debt to income ratio.
Okay, so I don't go out and buy new living room furniture?
No, absolutely not. As soon as we pull your credit, make sure that everything stays normal. Don't go buy a new car, don't get pre-approved for new furniture. I know you're excited to furnish your new home, but don't finance it until we're closed.
Okay, Keressa, if I only use cash, does that affect it? Or should I have money go through a checking account? Or should I only use cash?
So if you think about, if you only use cash, you're basically going back to when you were 18 years old and first applying for your credit. You have no credit history, there's nothing for us to base a credit score off of, and we have to have a credit score in order to approve you for a loan.
What credit score do I need before I can buy a home?
So with an FHA loan, you can go as low as 580, which is a lot lower than most people think.
Yeah.
A conventional loan, it's more advantageous if you have over a 720 credit score, but absolutely a FHA at 580.
Okay, if I have problems with my credit and I have a 400 credit score, do you have any programs that would boost my credit score?
So we don't have any programs necessarily that will boost your credit score, but we do have, and most lenders have a program that they can pull your credit, and then it's called a what if scenario that we can run. We can say, okay, if this delinquency is removed, or if this credit balance is paid down, then how much will it increase your credit score?
Oh, great. So that can help somebody lift their credit score up to being able to buy a home without waiting 5 years.
We don't typically recommend like a credit repair company. They don't do anything that we can't do. So if you are wanting to buy a home and don't know where your credit score is, always talk to a lender.
Okay, what do you need from a client to have them pre-qualified?
So to get somebody pre-qualified, we just need their income documentation. That's typically 30 days worth of pay stubs, 60 days worth of bank statements, and then 2 years worth of W-2s, 1099s, and income taxes.
Is that usually a problem getting that from clients?
No, not at all. People get kind of scared with that list, but typically when you file taxes through TurboTax or H&R Block, they save the last couple years in their system. So you just log in and you can download everything to a PDF and email it right to your lender.
What if I am not employed by a company but self-employed?
Then your CPA can get those documents for you easy.
Awesome.
And you should have a file that they give you from last year. But again, if you can't find it, just call your CPA.
Keressa, we want to thank you for having this interview with us today. We really appreciate the information that you've given us. It's all been amazing. Comment, like below. Post any questions that you might have for Keressa. And would you mind another interview?
Oh, absolutely not. Ask any questions that you want to ask.
Great. We'll see you again. Pre-approved. From a client to get them pre-approved.
So to get them pre-approved, it's just that conversation. To get them pre-qualified, we do need your income documents, which
today. And why don't